Greetings, good evening, and salutations, and welcome to episode 17 of Neon at Night. My camera's going in and out of focus. I think I got ghosts in here. I don't know. We're just going to work through it because it's completely freaking out. I couldn't figure out why. So, greetings, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Neon at Night. Tonight's going to be a special one. We're talking our favorite 90s Vipers, and there's a lot of them in the 90s. Because Cobra Convergence 7 is coming to a close tomorrow, and it was another fantastic year of Cobra Convergence. So once again, thanks to Brian from Hooded Cobra Commander 788 for putting that on for everybody, and all the awesome creators that took part this year, because it was a big one. And I don't know what's going on. I got ghosts. Something. There's like ghosts running around behind me, but. Speaking of ghosts, somebody almost ghosted me, and that would be my co-host, the Chewy to my Han Solo. This guy. What's up, dude? You're muted.
There we go.
Hey, what's up? No, I got my mute on.
Yeah.
Matt Damon. What's up, buddy?
Not much. Sorry, I was running a little bit late getting back to the house, so.
You made it with like 3 minutes to spare.
Yes,
You're totally good. How's your last couple of weeks been?
It's been busy. It's been extremely busy. Good, but really busy.
Same.
Traveling. Nomad. So.
Yeah, I haven't been traveling. Do you going to any good toy stores?
I did not have a chance to the last 2 weeks. I tried to get into Dallas Vintage Toys.
Vintage Toys?
Yep.
Dude, that place is rad.
That's what everybody keeps telling me, and I was going down through Dallas.
Okay, so anyway, Nick sucks. He didn't go to Dallas Vintage Toys. So what's up with everybody? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hopefully next time I'm down there. It was closed. Every time I would go by, it was closed.
When are you coming back here?
Still kind of working that out. Probably in the somewhat near future. And we'll go toy hunting again.
Yeah, we will. Because last time we got a general.
Yeah. I feel like our powers combined.
Right.
It's good toy hunting. So.
Right. So anyway, in the chat joining us so far, we got Chris from Cutthroat Comics. We got Mo. He's here. Jim Largo from Largo's Lair is here. Matt Rubin is in the house. Lester's here. Matt Noon's here. Mr. Dale Sanford himself is here. Patrick Big Bacon is here, and he says, "Guess who's fat? Fat again." Anyway, George Aiken's here all the way from the UK. Thanks for being here, George. As always, George always pops in. Destro's Desk all the way from Canadia's here. Thanks for being here, buddy. Dale says, I would have liked to see the giant Cobra robot that would fight the G.I. Joe BattleBot. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, Vickman's here. What's up, Vickman? How you doing? And hey there. What's up? The ma'am is here. My lady, my better half. She's here. Brandon R. Santa Brandon, all the way from Canada. Thank you very much. Brandon sends Canadian $20 super chat. It says, that music is another tab that drew me right here. Music to my ears. Thank you for what you do. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you very much.
The opening music?
I guess, yeah. Dude, that opening music.
It hits. It does.
Oh, it hits, man. Because as soon as I got monetized, the original music, as soon as I got monetized, it was like, boom, you can't monetize this music. So every previous episode of Neon at Night is demonetized. Whatever. It's not for the money. You know what I mean? I just left it alone. But
yeah,
moving forward, we just made a better one. We just made a better intro. Stephen Tabor says, what's up from Alaska? What's up, dude?
What's up, buddy?
Are you enjoying all the summer Alaskan mosquito swarms? Ugh. I love Alaska, man, but I went there in the summer and I was like, what's up with all the mosquitoes, man?
They're like
Skyfall's here. What's up, dude?
They'll swoop down on a lake and catch a trout. Like they're
they're terrible. Jim from Largo's Lair says, Neon is the bomb diggity. Chad might even get me to change my mind about how goofy those Dayglow Joes are. Probably not. There's some rad ones, dude. We're gonna get into a couple. We're gonna get into a couple. Yep. And then Mikey from JMK Designs is here. What's up, my brother? Mikey Kukovic, fantastic paint master, figure customizer. Guy's the man. Drew G's here. Nick.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. Hey, what's up? Has it been confirmed that Super 7 is releasing the Cobra airship? Did you see that?
I did not.
You didn't.
What did I miss?
So at San Diego Comic-Con, Super 7 showed off their massive freaking Thundercats cat lair.
Mm-hmm.
Then they also showed a display. It's the Cobra airship from the G.I. Joe intro, the one that looks like a UFO with a big Cobra face. They're making that.
For retail?
In 3 3/4 scale.
Wow.
Yep.
So like now the
I
figures.
saw it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So reaction is reaction. Reaction
Exactly.
stuff. Reaction people. But I saw that Cobra airship and I was like, it's pretty cool. But you know when you look at your old Kenner Millennium Falcon and you're like, it's undersized. We know it's undersized because it kind of has to be. It's not true 1/18 scale until you get to that Legacy Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
But this Cobra airship, it looks about as wide as a whale is long. It only looks like this wide. It looks like super fat and very small. I'll send you pictures, dude.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. But
yes, Matt, that's the thing. They are doing that. Dale says my favorite 90s Viper is Alley Viper version 3. TJC, what is up, brother? He says good morning. I love you, dude. I saw your message, and I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. I got super swamped, and yes, we will make that happen. So we're gonna game stream.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, very cool. George Aiken says we had a Cobra spaceship in the UK. It's called a Robo Skull. Yep. I have one in the US, and it's called a Robo Skull. What up? And then everybody's just saying hi to each other. And the birthday boy himself, Mr. Jay Bartlett, all the way from London, Ontario, Canada, is here. Happy birthday, buddy. We love you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. So glad you're here. Glad you're here. And Robert's Infinite Realms is here. It says, how's it going? Nick, how's it going?
It's going great. Any better, I'd be dead.
But do you like stuff?
Think that one through. I love stuff. Do you like stuff?
I love stuff too. Look at my camera, man. There's got to be a ghost standing behind me. It's like, I don't know what I'm looking at. Whatever. We're just going to roll with it. So I think everybody's just saying hi to each other. Oh, Pericles is here. What's up, dude? This is good. My Hawaiian shirt and my friend Nick and all you fine people. That's what's good. And then, yeah. Okay, cool. So we got through that. So what are we talking about tonight?
Talking about 90s Vipers.
Yes.
Elite. Best of the best.
But we're not talking about every 90s Viper.
No, because there's like 24 or 25.
Because we'd be here all night.
Yeah.
But that being said, you put polls, specifically 5 polls, on the 1990s G.I. Joe group that we're in. Because there's 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 5 years. And some of those results are pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, some of them weren't terribly shocking, but
yeah,
they were fun to go through. You know, I included pictures and everything.
Yes, your pictures. In case you didn't know, you click on the picture. Yeah.
But yeah, it was interesting. It was a lot of fun to kind of just watch those percentages kind of change over the last few days.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. And then Matt says that always Army build the Alley Viper. Big fan of the Alley Viper? You're a fan of Alley Vipers.
I do. I like Alley Viper version 2.
The Banana Man?
Yep. That's my favorite one.
Banana Man. Oh, yeah. And then Matt Noon says those polls were fun to view and watch. Yeah, they were really cool.
Yeah.
Dale says Cobra UFO from the original opening. But what about their giant airship? Oh, that airship? No. Cool.
See the airship from the actual G.I. Joe movie that had the best theme song opening.
The helicarrier.
Yeah, exactly. Now, somebody built that.
I saw somebody build it out of cardboard.
Well,
It's
yeah.
not the same.
No.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's speaking right after my heart. I've got a few of the Vipers from the Pursuit of Cobra line. Pursuit of Cobra and 30th anniversary stuff is the best.
They were cool.
The best. All right, so once again, we're doing this as part of the closeout of Cobra Convergence 7. So again, link is in the description. If you haven't seen what creators have put out awesome content, please go check it out. And as always, we have to give our shout out to Mr. Carson Metaxas from 3djoes.com for all of the images that we use in tonight's show. And that being said, a special congratulations to Carson because he finally got his omnibus approved by Hasbro. So, I love Carson. I invited Carson on, just if he wanted to come. I always do.
Yep.
They made him take the Hooded Cobra Commander off the art.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that's why he had that poll like, hey, who should we put here instead?
Gosh. What a slack jawed.
I mean, there's no confirmation. I'm going to say that right now. There was no confirmation from the man, obviously for reasons, right? But I was like, I know what's up. I love you, dude. I just left it at that. And then Mikey says maybe someday we could get a 95 Interceptor-like ship. I wish they would have re-released all that 95 stuff. Well, I guess released it because they never released it in 95. But
no, they shuttled it off. Some of them off to different GI Joe lines like Sergeant Savage and stuff. Yeah,
they did. They absolutely did. But they should do just because I want it, right? Because I want it. I'm like, this is a good idea. You should do it. But apparently O-Ring's dead. But could you see if they did a HasLab of that Seawolf? People would go nuts. Well, some people would go nuts, and most people wouldn't know what it is because when they announced that classified Glenda as a tier for the Dragonfly, so many people were like, who the hell is that?
Why are they putting a new character into a
and then they put up the SMS, and people were like, what the hell's an SMS? And I'm like, you're not Joe fans. I know you're not Joe fans.
You're toe dipping in this, huh?
Yeah.
The SMS is kind of cool looking, though.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about that.
No.
Drew G says, I debated turning the Mattel Justice League movie airship, the Flying Fox, into the airship from the beginning of the movie. Yeah, you could do it. I mean, it'd be a little undersized, but you could definitely do it for sure.
See, there's a HasLab that's kind of seems like that's what HasLab is for. Crazy project.
Not a hiss tank.
Yeah, or a Dragonfly.
Whatever. Anyway, moving on. We're not talking about that crap. So here's the 90s group that we're all a part of. It was started by James, my previous co-host and our good friend. So it's G.I. Joe 1994, a neon American hero, which I like that new title. Now, we're going to take a look at these polls, but I did them backwards in descending years, and I had to do that on purpose, and you'll kind of see why. So here's 1994. So we had Alley Viper version 3, Viper version 4, which is one of my favorites, and Techno Viper version 2, and Alley Viper version 3 won with 49%. Okay.
Yep.
How do you feel about that? Yes?
I mean, I voted for Alley Viper, or for Viper 4.
Yeah, you can see what I voted for. You see the little thing?
Yeah.
It's going to show what I voted for.
Yeah, it's I mean, all three of them are good candidates, but Viper 4 is a cool figure. It's very different than any of the other Vipers before it. It had a really good design.
Yeah, and we'll talk about him because he's one of mine. So he's on my list. And then Cutthroat says, why no love for Techno Viper version 2?
Just a simple repainted Techno Viper version 1. Oh,
I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. And then Matt Noon says, I was so bummed Viper version 4 didn't hold the lead. Me too, man.
It was holding for a bit.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. And then Terry says, I streamed Breakpoint with Hans earlier, Comedy Gold, and I'm not just talking about my gaming skills. Do we got to stream Wildlands? I will stream Wildlands with you, not Breakpoint. Can't stand Breakpoint. Anyway, yeah, so there's 94. And then here's 93. The list was so big to fit it in our little cool neon frame. I had to cut the top off. This is 93.
Yeah, I had a lot of Vipers that year.
Yeah. So Alley Viper version 2 won by a landslide. Obviously, I put Heat Viper version 2, right? Because I like that Heat Viper, but Alley Viper version 2 just took it, man.
Yeah, there was some strange ones that year too. Bio Viper and Cyber Vipers were a little bit odd. Yeah. I mean, Flak Viper is a cool figure for sure. I actually thought that would maybe have a little bit more traction than 2%, but yeah,
maybe because it's the version 2.
I think maybe.
Yeah. And then Robert's Infinite Realm says, I'm surprised Viper version 4 ranked so high. I don't hate it, but I never used it as a Viper, more of a Iron Grenadiers Heavy Trooper. Okay. I'm a big fan of them as the Mamba crew.
Mm-hmm.
Because they look fantastic in a Cobra Mamba.
Yep.
So then Will's here. What's up, Will? It says, everybody loves the shield.
It was cool.
Freaking black Cobra shield.
Yeah.
And then Matt Noon says, I have seen watercolor yellow more neon than this. Yeah. He's not very neon. And then here's 1992. So we got Flak Viper, Toxo Viper, Heli Viper, which I like that figure, and Ninja Viper. For some reason, I didn't vote on this one. I don't know. Maybe I got sidetracked, but Toxo Zombie. I wouldn't even put Toxo Zombie in there because it's not a Viper; it's a zombie.
Yeah, but it's the final phase of the Toxo Viper. So that's why I caveat that. Like I caveat, it's still a Viper. They've just mutated, right? Like that's kind of the end game of that figure.
What? I don't know. I think we're gonna get in the split hairs. But once you turn into a zombie, you're just a zombie.
Yeah, but you're still collecting a paycheck. You're on the Viper.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're no longer getting retirement points once you're a zombie.
Well, you might not be getting benefits, but I mean, maybe you're private contracting at that point.
You at least get room and board, right?
Yeah, room and board and brains.
Here you go. Pericles asks, "What's the difference between a Ninja Viper and Night Creeper?" Sculpt.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I never liked the Ninja Viper that much anyway. It was just a repaint.
Night Creepers are their own thing. They're like this cyber enhanced kind of ninja-ish thing. They're not necessarily Vipers. And then you got Night Creeper Leader and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. Ninja Viper is really just Storm Shadow. Yeah,
they're their own league. They're like a Crimson Guard kind of faction, right? They're their own thing.
So Mikey says Toxo zombies at least have to requalify on their primary weapon.
Their primary weapon
now their teeth.
Yeah.
Robert's Infinite Realm says Toxo Zombie was kind of my ultimate comedy figure for the longest time. The pink and green attack, I called him. Yeah. Fair enough. Still not a Viper.
We can disagree. We can agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah, we're going to agree to disagree. George Aiken says the Pursuit of Cobra Zombie Viper really confirms they are actually dead. Yeah, they're dead. And then James from Ratface44 Reviews is here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Nick's trying to tell me that when a Toxo Viper becomes a zombie, they're still Vipers.
Look at the file card. Pretty sure it said something about that's the final stage of the Toxo Viper. It's the end game.
Anyway, 1991. So we only got two. Sludge Viper and Toxo Viper. Gee, are you shocked?
Not at all. I mean, the Sludge Viper is not a bad figure, but Toxo Viper
it's not a bad figure, but it's a 50-50 and Toxo Viper definitely. And then here's 1990. You can see why I had to go backwards because I completely had to cut this off. So
Sure.
Range Viper took it 54%. Laser Viper 13, and Viper version 3 had 19. But Saw Viper with 8%.
That shocked me a little bit.
I was blown away.
I thought he'd come in a little bit higher. I thought Rock Viper would come in a little bit higher because he's hard to, I mean, especially from a figure standpoint, he's hard to find with his accessories and without a broken crotch. Like, they suffer from that.
Super thin crotch, just like a supersonic fighter Law. Like, don't even move him. Just don't move him.
Yeah, don't breathe on it. Don't yeah.
Ratface says, educate me. Okay, that's what we're here for. Have fun. And George Aiken said, if you're calling Vipers Sludge, Rock, and Saw, you can tell they have run out of jobs for them to do. Sludge Viper is a punishment. Yeah. That it even says it on the file card. Mm-hmm. Right, Nick?
It
just
does.
a file card guy. It says it on your file card. Actually, it does. Cutthroat says, I like the Rock Viper. I do too.
Like I said, I was surprised it didn't play higher than that. I voted for Range Viper. I really like Range Viper, but
I'm sure we're going to talk about the upscaled version of that figure, aren't we?
I'm not bringing it up.
Yeah, bullshit. We're going to get to it. You're going to be like, man, I ordered the classified version because I like him so much.
I don't pre-order pretty much anything.
Oh, God. Good. Robert's Infinite Realm says 1990 is tough. Laser Viper would be my last place, but all the others are even to me. I really like all of them. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
You're completely wrong, actually, but Vickman, what is up, dude? Says Rock Viper, he rocks. I need to get a stream deck with that rim shot.
Yeah.
It's
a dad joke.
Technicality Viper, Nick.
Exactly. Hey, now I probably would have voted for that Viper. That's the pencil pushing Viper. That the accountant actuary Viper.
Yeah.
This is the technicality.
Actually, Viper. We call him the actually Viper, and it'd be like technicality trooper.
Please make that as a custom. Please make me actually Viper.
Like glasses. He has like the Cobra mask on, right? And he has glasses. Oh, I'll make that guy.
Oh my gosh.
Like a pocket protector.
Please make 2 of them. I'll pay you whatever you need.
And then I'll give him Destro's briefcase. You're like, look at my briefcase. It's pretty cool. It's got a Cobra logo on it.
I love the pocket protector idea.
Matt Rubin says, I can see why Range Viper won, though. That head sculpt drew people to it.
The brain look on it. I like it. I like it look cool. I like it in the D costume or in the D cartoon.
I will respect your opinion. Yes. Okay. I will agree with that. Dale says, if you have Cesspool and Dr. Mindbender controlling the Cobra zombies, are still controlled by them, they're still getting a check. I'm not paying undead people anything.
You just got to know what to pay them. Maybe they're paid in brains. It's a barter system.
Oh, here's a technically. Night Creepers are mercenaries, technically. They would work for anybody, and they would use a gun if they can. Actually, Viper is the information custodian. Actually, thank you. Rob Vegas, what is up, dude? Good day from down under. Glad you're here. Actually, Viper, the information custodian, but they're all like trooper, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so, man, that year kind of got me.
Yeah.
Little bummed out. 8%.
You know, what was interesting, though, is that Range Viper took the lead right out of the gate, and it kept it. There wasn't really much of a battle when I was watching it.
Matt Rubin says, obviously, they even got a job on Tatooine. There you go. Ratface would work for brains. I wish some people I work with have brains. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, don't we all? Okay, so let's get into it. And we are going to talk about mine and yours, favorite 90s Vipers. So, since I love you, I'm going to let you go first. And your first pick, I put them in years, right?
Okay.
Is, wow, what a shock. 1990 Range Viper. The Cobra Wilderness Trooper.
I always saw this guy going up against guys like Pathfinder and guys like Outback. To be 100% honest, right? I mean, survivalists, guys that are really living off the land, out into the jungle, into the wilderness. I thought these guys were cool army builders. They had neat accessories. I liked the sculpt. The colors were really cool. The card art was awesome. I remember, man, that thing hitting in, and I was probably 7, 8 years old, and that looked dope. Like I still love that figure. Wouldn't change a thing about it.
I don't dislike the Range Viper. I have 2 modern Range Vipers, the different color variations. I think that one, it's not necessarily an olive drab green. It's a darker, kind of more brownish green, right? That modern one. To me, that looks more like a Cobra Wilderness Trooper than this guy does. But
sure, but it was
then again,
1990.
yeah, unless you're really looking at, say, like a Snow Serpent, most of the Cobra troops, they kind of fall into that blue, gray, black, red, purple, whatever accents. So I don't really fault it for that. It's a bold design. I will say it's a bold design.
Yep. And it, I don't know, he had cool accessories. Range Viper art looks like he is.
Range Viper art looks like he is in hip hop.
He's the backup for Daft Punk.
That weapon he has is crazy, man. It has a bayonet on it. Like, why would you get close enough to anyone with that weapon, with a ranged weapon, to bayonet them?
You know what? It maybe he ran out. So that last you're done firing and you're still gonna kill something.
Yeah, he's got other rad weapons though. I will say that. And then Will says Ambush. I remember the series had a female Range Viper.
Yep. That was the episode I was talking about. I really liked them in the Deke series. It's cool characters.
Are they mind controlled? No.
No, but they're kind of, I don't know if dogmatic's the right word. They're like zealots.
Yeah, that would be a good term. Robert's Infinite Realm says Range Viper gear was better than the oversized guns of Rock and Saw Viper. Yeah,
agreed.
I'll agree with that. As much as I like the Saw Viper, and I like the modern resculpt of it better because it toned down certain things and made other things stand out better. Hold on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Weird. That massive weapon, it's not an M249 squad automatic weapon. And when I look at it, I'm like, wow, that thing is gigantic, right?
Now, the thing that Rock Viper
That's what she said.
The thing that Rock Viper did have going for it, though, was the grappling hook. Any figure, as a kid, any figure with a grappling hook, like, immediately went to, like, the top of the list. Like, I gotta have that one.
Yeah, and it was smart because he's an Alpine trooper. Alpine came with one, right? It's good for the Rock Viper to come with one. But yeah,
Alpine, Hit and Run, all those guys were great.
Yeah. And then Matt Noon says, I need one. Brian from HCC788 did a nice review. I like his file card. Allows for good ideas for play value. Yeah. Viper Scout, what is up, dude? Said, I painted mine green where the blue is and brown where the yellow is. Much more wilderness looking. Yeah. That modern one that's more gray and green, I really like that one. Mm-hmm. Will from Wilhelm Toy and Hobby is here. Thanks for being here, Will. We appreciate it. And then Matt Rubin said, 4. I need to catch HCC 788 review after this. I got buried in KOTOR.
Whoa.
Are you replaying KOTOR? Man, I love that game.
Yeah. Hitting it old
Love
school
it.
there.
I replay it like once a year at least.
Yeah.
George said, did they reuse that gun from an Action Man figure? This one? I don't know.
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Dude, and he has a hose.
Carson.
Let's talk about the fact that they have a hose, right? Figures with hoses. Can't go wrong.
No. There's a solid theory behind that. Figures with the hoses.
Big enough. I will say I'm not against the Range Viper. I especially like the red eyes against the blue. It's a nice contrast. It's really the only red that you see on it. The legs are good. The sculpt is great. Like, these legs have been reused and reused.
Yeah.
I like the fact that in the modern one, they kind of tone this down, because if you look at him from the profile, just to me, he kind of looks like a monkey. A little bit.
I can see it.
Yeah, he got a little bit of simian kind of face from the side going up.
He also kind of looks like, what's his name from Star Wars? Was that all of a sudden it's blanking out? The bounty hunter that was in The Mandalorian. He's got the Western kind of flat brimmed hat. He was in Boba Fett.
Cad Bane.
Yes, Bane. He's kind of got that vibe.
He was in Clone Wars too. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I could see that. Maybe it's just the red eyes. Vickman says in Mexico we call him Rancho Viper.
I can dig it.
Is that because of range? Yeah. Yeah, and then Cad Bane, actually, Cad Bane, it's Cad Bane. Thank you. I'd beat you all to it. Jay and I were talking Star Wars on Friday, and somebody in the chat was like, what do you mean you don't collect Star Wars?
I mean, I don't collect Star Wars.
I don't freaking collect Star Wars, thank you.
I do. I have some down there.
Oh, and then Matt says, yeah, I found a list of mods that improve the graphics. Very cool. Very cool. I was playing the original Pandemic Battlefront 2, like the real one, not that EA piece of junk, on Steam, and there are all sorts of mods with crazy new maps and stuff. It's so good. So good. I don't know if this is real. In Australia, he is called Drop Bear Viper.
Oh man, I hope so.
I don't.
Dude,
are you kidding?
Too good. That's too good.
Drop Bear Viper. Where the frick is Zazel when you need him, man?
I was gonna say,
who finally decided to show up. Frickin' other Chad. What's up, dude? Old Pendragon.
We need some other Aussies to confirm that.
Yeah. I don't know, Rob. I trust you, but I only trust you so far with that. Did you see that Chad from Pendragon, that his Easy Kill 9 dropped again? Yeah.
Very
so
cool.
they relaunched Easy Kill 9. So Undead Operators, which is his company, and Zyka Toys, they relaunched it, and yeah, man,
they're really dope looking.
I back that thing all in. So I'm all about it. Especially that 30, right? She's got a skateboard, she's got a sidearm, she's just a badass, man.
Yeah, that'll be
an action figure with a skateboard. I'm all about it. I thought you were on at 8. When is Neon at Night ever on at 8? Not for like what, 7 or 8 episodes?
I think we've gone till 8 before, but
we go till whenever we want. But that being said, Hella Dope Toys is on after us, so we try to not run into what they're doing. So anyway, and then Matthew's just laughing and says the Drop Bear. Cutthroat says, I do have a Rock Viper in my collection, bought last year on eBay. Well, as long as the crotch is intact, then you need to covet that figure.
Yeah.
And then Pendragon says, don't trouble me with stuff like time. Yeah, Chad's never apologized, right? Matt Rubin says, I backed Easy Kill 9. I may up my pledge depending on how the finances roll and if Hasbro continues to ship pre-orders early. Yeah, got to do what you got to do. But I don't ever try to convince anybody, but I will back an independent creator before I give Hasbro money. Dude, the ma'am and I were in Walmart just getting some stuff for her, and I was like, screw it. We're in sporting goods. We're right next to it. Let's just walk through. Not a single G.I. Joe anything. They took the pegs down again. And I'm just like, man, it's just pathetic.
Honestly.
Now, granted, I wouldn't have bought them if they were there, but they're just not there.
No. Nope. I see them more at specialty toy stores, vintage toy stores. They'll be bringing those guys in. That's where I see most of them.
Yeah. But that's real Joes. You know, to find like these, you heard what I said. To find these new classified stuff in like collectible stores, I'm like, why are they in here? Like they should be at Walmart and Target. They shouldn't be in these stores.
I think it's just because the other guys aren't carrying them. They're a sale of opportunity at a vintage toy store.
That's also what happens when you take a line that's currently being packaged and shipped and supposedly distributed, I don't know where to, and make it almost entirely exclusives.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Anywho, moving on. George Aiken says, I got a Skeletron skateboard. That's right. I do too. The Skeletron skateboards from Scuba Pete, and it fits well with 4-inch figures. That is accurate. Yep. And then Steve says my Viper collection is my favorite. Nick has seen it.
Yep. He's got a good Viper collection.
That's cool, man. I got a pretty sizable Battle Android Trooper collection. Phil from Treasures from Trigger is here all the way from Japan. Thank you for being here, Phil. We love you. And yeah, I was just saying hi to Phil because Phil rules. Okay, so there's your dude.
Yep.
1990 Range Viper. Are you still gonna, you know, do the thing with the thing? Are you gonna get him?
The classified one?
Yeah.
My son's asked for him, so yes, I will.
Now, are you blaming this shit on your kid, or your kid really wants it and you're just gonna get it for him?
No, he likes the original figure of it. And when he saw the release picture of that, he was like, "Oh my gosh!" But again, he's 10, right? And so
yeah, sure.
When a 10-year-old sees a toy and he's like, "Man, that is so cool! Like, look at that! Look at this! Like, this is really neat." You know, regardless of whether what your feelings are on the distribution of the line or the decisions that they're making, you know, as a manufacturer for it.
Look, at the end of the day, toys should be for kids.
Exactly. And so if he wants that figure, I'll absolutely get it for him.
Totally.
So,
and that's what that stuff should be aimed at kids. It should, but it's not. Yep. That's part of my beef with it.
Yep.
Anyway, we're not. Whatever. If your kid wants it, get it for him, and I'm happy that you're happy that he's happy. George Aiken says, "What?"
I was I thought we were rolling. So,
we will in a second. George Aiken said you can still get the odd G.I. Joe classified figure in UK stores. I'm going to rephrase that. You can still get the odd classified figure in UK stores, and I managed to get 5 retro Stingers. Wow, I got 2. Did you get any?
I did not.
Yeah, I got 2, and they were just boom gone.
Yeah, they went fast.
So Mo says he army builds Cobra Commander. That's cool. That's very cool. I have a bunch of Cobra Commanders, but I wouldn't really say I army build them. I have like battle helmet, the ultimate battle helmet.
Sure.
I have the black hooded, the red hooded, the blue hooded, the later battle armor, so on and so forth. I don't know, whatever. But I do have a bunch of carded foil 25th anniversary hooded Cobra Commanders because, you know, since they decided to do with him, I just started buying them up every time I found them. George Aiken Army builds Red Shadows, as we all know, which is very awesome. And then Phil from Treasures for Trigger says, great to see us back. It's great to be back.
It's great to be back.
I was taking care of some stuff, so I had to take care of some stuff. Anyway. And then Pendragon says you can't blame stuff on kids. Whatever. Yeah. And then Steve's saying if you can find that range viper.
He's not wrong.
I'm sure you'll find it at a comic shop marked up.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, we're going to move on. So my first pick of the night apparently was not a very big favorite. And that's the 1990 Laser Viper.
And it's a cool figure.
I'm a fan of this figure. I like the card art. Stripped down, he looks cool with all of his stuff on. He looks good. His helmet, it's very mask-ish to me, and I think maybe that's part of why I gravitate to him.
Sure.
I like his accessories. I like the way he looks on the card art. They did the lighting very well. It's not one of those figures where he looks one way on the card, and then the paint apps and the tampos and stuff or something else on the figure. It transfers well.
Yep.
And he's got hoses, man. You can't go wrong with him. And the modern one is fantastic. Even the stupid Python Patrol one is rad. But I'm a big fan, man.
It's a cool
and
figure.
George Aiken says he looks like he fights in space. He kind of does, doesn't he? But no, he's a laser fighter.
Yeah, he is kind of a cross between like Mask and a Mando.
Yeah,
the little line that comes down, I can see it.
I could see the Mandalorian, right? Because the silver, right? Mm-hmm. Actually, it's Beskar, Chad. Thank you. The helmet's made out of Beskar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what it is?
Beskar.
Rathme says Space Viper. No.
Laser Viper.
Because the Astro Viper, aka Space Viper, was on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
We didn't even use him.
And now I think, didn't they say, isn't the file card for him talk about how that it's his lasers are not as much weapons, but he lasers targets for
yes. Heat Vipers.
Yep.
Yeah, for Heat Vipers. Yep. Yeah, so he literally lasers things.
Mm-hmm.
Robert's Infinite Realm says, I like Laser Viper, even though he's my least favorite of that year. I have 3 of those. And that's totally cool. Apparently this ghost is still standing behind me. I don't know what's going on. Should I get closer?
Just keep going closer. Closer.
I'm going to read the chat from here.
Just kidding.
And then Will says,
the mask aspect was what I loved about this figure.
Sounds like an NPR interview.
Does it? I don't know. I mean, I can't hear it. So, you know what I mean? Matt Rubin says,
I may be in the minority, but I prefer the Laser Viper over the Range Viper, probably because I actually owned this one as a kid.
very cool. I don't know what it is. I'm a Laser Viper guy. I like him. I really, really do. He does have some similarities to Astro Vipers, though. Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Not gonna lie. If ghosts are gonna be on stream, they're gonna need a logo. Oh, I don't have that one on here. So I don't know if you remember, but Pendragon made me one of my logos with Cadaver's face, and I thought I had it on here. It's on the it's on the other one. Yeah. Now I gotta go back. Sorry. You forgot the Pittsburgh accent there, Chad, but close. Is that an NPR thing? Do they have all what is a Pittsburgh accent?
I'm not even.
I don't know. We'll have to go over that. But
we live out west, so
yeah. Vickman says, yeah, we live out west. I could do a New Mexico accent for you. I could do the Norteño. Vickman says, I love Laser Viper, but I don't like the blue bandana in the helmet. Oh, just the band? Okay, fair enough. Jimmy Purvis, what's up? Says, future in voiceover after the military days are up. Dude, I am short time now. I am short time. I am on the way out. Draws is here. What's up, dude? Says good evening. This Viper looks like a knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Run away!
Just merely a flesh wound.
None shall pass.
Yeah, he's kind of got the Knights of Knee.
Oh, I'm supposed to say yins?
Yeah.
Okay, yins. I guess that's yeah, I guess that is Pennsylvania slang, huh? Because the singer guitar player in my band, who's originally from Pittsburgh and then moved to Hawaii, he says yins. He says yins all the freaking time. I'm like, what? What's a ute? What? Did you just say ute? Anyway, so Laser Viper was my first pick. Let's move on to your second pick.
Yes, let's.
That guy. 1991 Toxo Viper version 2.
That is,
and that is a hefty card.
That is.
That is a fat card, bro.
That's an entirely different dimension of star cases for that one.
Oh God, yeah. Those things are huge. To two Utes. Dude, I love this chat. Look at this. Bless this thy holy hand grenade. Thou shalt throw thy holy hand grenade. Thou shalt pull the pin, and thou shalt count to 3. Thou shalt only count it to 3. Thou shalt now count it to 4. 4 being one too many.
Lobbeth forth thine holy hand grenade.
Thou shalt lobbeth thine holy hand grenade of Antioch at thine enemies.
And blow them into tiny bits in thy mercy.
Rob Vegas says Laser Viper is cool. Did you guys talk about Utes? No. What's a Ute? Oh, youths. Anyway, I did not clear supply yet. No, it's on the list. I actually have everything in my house to go clear supply, but we're not talking about that. When Cobra decided to go green, did they really go green?
They kind of went like anti-green, but
yeah, they went kind of green.
But I mean, these
Embargo's here. What's up? And he said, "Yes, fucking Equal Warriors."
These were cool figures. I love the color scheme on them. The design,
the color changing.
Well, that was. I mean, the color change gimmick was fun on all the Eco Warrior line.
Okay.
Especially as a kid, right? That was fun. The actual color scheme of the figure, though, with the purples and the greens and the little splashes of red, I thought that was really cool. It really popped. The water spraying weapons, the card art. I love the card art on pretty much all of the Eco Warrior cards. I really like this one. I love the look of the backpack coming up over the top of him. I like how you have all the little liquid blobs that are kind of surrounding the figure.
Yeah,
they were a fantastic subset. I love the Eco Warriors. When I was a kid, they were a lot of fun to play with, and that figure was great for army building. And I mean, I remember having them as kids, right? And there's nostalgia behind those, but it's a cool figure.
So we're going to talk about this question that I put up, but at the same time, I kind of want to rewind a little bit to the episode we did with Carson where we were talking about the live action commercials and the MacGuffin device that was the Plutoxin, the Plutox 7 virus, right? Now that led directly into the Cobra Toxo Force and the G.I. Joe Eco Warriors. So my question to you is, Matt Noon is asking, is he really squirting water? I always perceived it as they were squirting the virus, or at least some form of toxin. It's not water. Yeah, no. You shoot water, but it's not supposed to be water. The Joes shoot water because they're trying to clean it up, right?
Yeah. Now, as a kid, I remember like me and my buddies, we would actually get some food coloring and put it in the water. Because we were going real meta there apparently, but we would actually squirt the colored water Just
You're
kinda
chatting it up. You're being a chat.
Absolutely. Yeah. Going the extra mile.
All right. Yeah. I never saw that the Toxo force was shooting water.
Maybe it was heavy
Oh, it's
water.
supposed to be some heavy water. It's like this itches. Why am I glowing? Robert's Infinite Realm says, okay, I only mildly like this Toxo Viper, and mostly that's because of the reuse for Toxo Zombie. The first Toxo Viper was better in my opinion. That's fair, but it's pre-1990. Right? Yeah. The first Toxo Viper is not 90 to 94, and therefore cannot make said list.
And see, and I'm the exact opposite. I didn't really like the look of the original. Loved this one though.
You can't just color water, sir.
I did.
See, Will,
what are you going to do about it? Huh?
Will says the same thing. Yep, food coloring thought of it as virus and antivirus. There you go, buddy. You guys are a bunch of chads. Just chatting it up. Rob Vega says, a Ute is a sedan-style car with a tray at the back like a Ford Falcon, kind of like the Chevy El Camino style. We call them Utes here, short for utility. Well, here, that stands for youths. Rob, don't you guys also say like singly for like a t-shirt, a singy or a singly, and like a coolers and Iggy? Yeah, you do. I know you do. That's okay. That's cool. And then Matt Rubin says, it's a Toxo Viper. He's shooting radioactive waste at you. Duh, actually. You should know that. And then Pendragon's mad because you guys colored water. Whatever. He's just being a Chad. That's cool. I will agree with you. Now it would be, they would sell this in the month of June or whatever, if you know what I'm getting at. But the multicolored blobbish around the figure, I really like the fact that they did that with Eco Warriors, because you had the burst explosion, you had the digital explosion, you had the different color digital explosion, then you had the laser beams, and then you had like the red digital explosion, and then you get this. And I thought it worked really well for the Eco Warriors. And then you had the supersonic fighters that had that big trippy swirl that looked like something out of Rick and Morty. But it works well. It flows. It still fits the visual language of G.I. Joe, and I like that orange to black, the gradient fade on the cards. It's really cool. It's really Esky. That's what it is. Not Iggy. It's Esky. I love Australians, man. I do. I love them. They're so cool. But yeah. Anywho. Yeah. So there's your dude. I got you some pretty good pictures of him.
Yeah.
The sculpt on this figure is so awesome.
It really is. I mean, it's got great armor. I always loved the pistol. I always thought that pistol was pretty dope.
Oh yeah, man. That sidearm is massive. Yeah. It's so cool. And it fits really well with Eco Warriors, because it's not just like, it doesn't just come across like some kind of projectile sidearm. It looks like, I mean, I'm sure we could go back and look at the file card. Actually, this is what it is, Nick.
Yeah. It's a blaster.
Yeah. It's a blaster. Fucking take that, Emily. It's a blaster.
And we're getting sued by Hasbro.
Whatever. Yeah. You know how many times I've reached out to them and they're like, I'm going to leave your ass on red. They're like, no. We sent you a Viper 3-pack in the mail and you gave it away.
Yeah. You didn't even review it.
No, I would not, because I didn't ask for it. Pendragon says, I tried to watch a couple episodes of Rick and Morty. I was not ready. Have you ever watched that show?
Yeah, it's trippy.
So
it's kind of fun.
The ma'am and the kiddo both love Rick and Morty. They sit around and they talk about Rick and Morty. And I've tried to watch it with them, and I'm like, wait, this one's the sister, and who's Rick and who's Morty, and why is he old? How are they related? And what? I feel
like it's the cartoon version of Lost. where like if you don't see the very first and then follow it through, like it still doesn't make sense. And maybe it's not supposed to. There's some pretty good running gimmicks in it,
but I also came in the room when it was like the whole multiverse thing and like the German socialist cockroaches and whatever, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Like, it was just too much for me, man. I couldn't do it. But anyway, so there's your figure. It is a fantastic figure. I have to agree with you. I love the sculpts on this figure. I don't like the zombie because I do not like zombies in my G.I. Joe. That's just me.
Fair enough.
I don't think the sculpt is bad, but just, you know, it's also like the same with like ninjas.
Well, hey there.
Would you like to say hi to Nick and the chat?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying my last weekend with everybody.
The man's leaving us for almost a month on
18 weeks.
18
Really?
weeks.
Yeah.
Almost a month.
Yeah, almost a month.
But for almost a month, we can't see her at all.
Yeah, for a month.
Gotcha.
Then after that, I'll be able to come home.
Where are you going?
I have my academy. So,
Gotcha. Cool.
yep, it's living.
Have fun.
Thank
Johnny.
you.
What's up,
what's
Johnny?
up, Johnny? Heracles and George, hello.
Yeah.
Zombies.
Yeah, we're talking about the Toxo Viper and how it becomes a Toxo zombie, and I don't like zombies.
That's okay.
But you did just back the
Easy Kill 9?
Easy Kill 9, so it could.
None of those are freaking zombies.
But it could have one.
Oh, shut up, man.
Oh, Vickman, buenos dias.
Oh, look at that. Dang. She gave him a buenos dias. And there's Will. Will says hi.
Oh, yes.
Everybody's
hello,
saying hi to
Will.
the ma'am, my lovely wife.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love it.
That'd be-
She
gotta
said,
come
fuck
back.
you, Nick. You're wrong.
Yeah. She's got to come back and co-host again sometime.
Oh, yeah, man. We definitely should. But she's super busy. So, yeah, she's about to be gone. Chris says hi.
Hi.
She said, dear. She's all hi. But there will be zombies, though. I understand there will be zombies. First of all, I support Undead Operator because it's an independent creator, and I'm going to support it no matter what. I don't even collect friggin' O-ring figures, man. I support these companies because, you know, they love what they do, and they throw everything into it. Who is Ma'am's favorite Viper apart from Chad? '86. I rock, bro. You rock, bro. I love you. Anyway, let's move on. So yeah, the ma'am came in and said hi to everybody. And Toxo Viper, fantastic freaking sculpt, man. I love him. I do. And then here's my number dose, and that is 92 Flak Viper.
He is really cool.
And
he was the better color variant of the two, for sure.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so Flak Viper. Oh, hold on one second. I think Rob was talking about your guy here. This is a 9 out of 10 for me. I love the colors and the design. They get a bit funky to fix up and restore after 30 years. Yeah, especially if you're talking about this dude, especially with the color changing gimmick, because sometimes they get stuck.
Yep.
And actually, look at him on the card. Right, you see it activated.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't even need it. The temperature will just activate it on its own, so.
And he's cleaned up there. Yeah, totally. That card art is fire. So I guess, yeah, now we're talking about my Flak Viper. One thing that I always appreciated about Flak Viper, to me, he's just evil sci-fi. Look at him, dude. Look at him on the card art. Look at that head on the card art and tell me that's not evil sci-fi.
Was it was it a reuse of the head? Do you know? Is there enough difference in that it was sculpt change, or I'll have to look it up later offline, unless somebody in the chat knows if it was a reuse.
I don't think that's sci-fi's head, dude.
I mean, it's It's close.
It is close, but
Dead
I don't
on.
think
It's
it
close.
is. I don't think it's Sci-Fi's head. Largo's Lair says Flak Viper has great tech and look and color schemes. I'm a big fan of the Flak Viper. I really like the fact that looks like he bunked with Metalhead and they shared ideas. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, well, that's how I
He
used him
kinda
as a
does.
kid. Was like Metalhead was the leader of the Flak Vipers. That's all. It's kind of how I played with it. But
Metalhead also fired anti-armor, whereas these guys fire anti-aircraft. And I know it kind of shows him hunched down, but they're not meant to fire like laterally, horizontally. They're meant to fire like up, like they're actual missiles. They are not rockets.
maybe he's running up a hill, and you can't see that.
Yeah. Pendragon says the head looks a lot like RoboCop, Jay's favorite film. Well, since RoboCop came out after Sci-Fi, just saying. Not saying, I'm just saying. So.
He does have that vibe.
Cutthroat says, I didn't even know they had a Flak Viper. I think I am out of touch with 90s Joe figures. That's why Nick and I are here for you, because every episode we get someone says something like that, right?
There's two. There's this one, and then there's another one that's same sculpt, different paint. Everything that's blue on that is like a corally pinky orange.
Yeah. Swapped and different. It's the same, but not.
It's redundant,
bro. Nat Noon says it's a fun figure to pose, and then Will says, "Yeah, this backpack was awesome."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta agree. George Aiken says, if the missiles get stuck at the barrels, would he become a Rocketeer? For about 40 seconds.
This is facing backwards.
But yeah, there's the figure, and I love his rifle too. The bayonet on this thing is ridiculous because it's not at the end of the barrel.
I don't.
The only way you're going to use this is with like a hacking or a slashing motion. There is no parry and there is no stab.
I just take that as that's where he stores it, and he just takes it off and uses it as a knife. That's the only way that really makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, it does have a bayonet lock on it, so I don't know. It's G.I. Joe, dude. Whatever, right? But Rob Vegas says Flak Viper blew my mind. Get it?
Blew it.
First time with the spring-loaded missiles. Very cool. And then Pendragon says, I love the sculpt on this. I love the sculpt on this figure too, man. I like the weird gray, like waiter things that he has on and how it kind of translates up his shoulder as well into that blue pauldron. But I'm just a big fan of this figure, man. Everything about him. And the fact that he fires anti-aircraft missiles out of his back, that dude's bold. Cobra does not care.
No.
Robert's Infinite Realm says, I do like this and the red variant. I have them both, but never army built past that. Very cool. I'm a fan of this figure. Very much so. More so than version 2, but either way, the sculpt of the figure is fantastic.
Yeah.
And, dude, the way they sculpted the pants right up over the tops of the boots.
Yes.
You don't really see that a lot with Joe figures. Like,
no.
Just really, really look at that, everybody in the chat. Like, those pant legs are good, man. They're really, really good. And then Pendragon says the backpack missiles are a flex. Yup. Dude, Photo Viper's here. What's up? Says, I dig him, but like Marauders, the blue bugs me. That's fair.
Fair.
Yeah. You mean like Slaughter's Marauders? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
The blue and the Slaughter's Marauders, it's like, well, you know, it's all camouflaging. Don't use too much of it.
Well, along that vein, the green on the Marauders is a little bit out there. So
yeah,
they were fun.
And then Johnny from Simple Tricks and Nonsense. It could be Newt too. I don't know. I don't know who it is. Anyway, Simple Tricks and Nonsense are good friends. Say Fast Draw versus Heavy Metal, 1990 Mercer versus Flak Viper. Yeah, dude, I like that 90 Mercer too. I really do. That's a perfect continuation because he has that beard.
Yep,
love him. And then Bickman says the colors on this figure are just cool. I got 2 of them because they look cool side by side. Yeah, they do look good side by side.
They do.
Was Flak Viper part of Battle Core line? Nope, not this one, because Battle Core wasn't a thing yet.
Yep.
Battle Core is what the main line of G.I. Joe was just called, because it was so many sub teams that they just called the main G.I. Joe line Battle Core after that. And you don't see that for another year. Speaking of which, another year. Let's talk about 1993. Oh, look, Battle Core. Weird. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
So weird. Thanks for that segue,
wow.
Chris. I owe you $1.
I love that figure.
So this is yours, 93 Alley Viper version 2. I don't know. Have at it.
Dude, I remember where I was when I saw this figure as a kid for the first time. I remember being in Target with my mom and losing my mind, like going completely just ape crazy on this, going begging, I gotta have this figure. Can I please have this figure, right? And it was basically like spent the entire time of that trip wearing my mom down to please buy this figure. And ultimately it was like, look, if you just sit down in the cart and shut up for like 5 minutes and let me finish grocery shopping, I will get the figure for you. And I did. And I love it. I still have my childhood one complete. I love the mask. I love the shield. It had great weapons. You know, some of the stuff was reused from version 1. That was totally fine. I did not care. I loved the color combos. I loved the black stripes on the pants. I mean, everything about that figure was just completely dope. I love it.
Talking. I'm gonna do something as you're talking. Probably gonna freeze for a minute.
I think the card art was great. Again, it was the first year edition of Battle Core. He just looked menacing. I had the version 1, and he's cool. I like version 1. I like the blue and orange. It works. But as a kid, man, when I saw that one, I just thought this is like the perfect evolution of that figure. Going from that blue and orange to black and yellow. It just hit. For some reason, that figure still calls out to me. I still kind of feel that getting 90s nostalgic feeling of when I first saw it. So there's sentimental value to that figure for me, but and you know what? I feel validated in that, as the polls for that figure were a landslide. So
Polls, schmoles. What do people know?
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's cool. But it all boils down to like what you like, right?
Exactly.
George Aiken has to go. Thank you for being with us.
Hey, thanks for being here.
It's late over there, but the bunker is here and says, now that is a cool figure. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it very much. 118 Customs and Toy Halls. Yeah, now you're talking. Very cool. Rob Vegas says, this is top shelf, amazing figure. Photo Viper says, I love him. Needs to pilot the Hornet instead of the Neo Viper. Yeah.
Yep.
Pendragon says, moms are easy. Taken out of context.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say moms are easy.
Maybe a little.
They got at least one trophy, if you know what I'm talking about. But silence will get you anywhere. Oh yeah, right. Just like you were saying, Nick. You just be a good boy, shut up, stay in the cart, and I'll get you your stupid dolly. Right.
Yep.
And then Mikey from JMK says, booyah, still one of my faves. Dad made sure I had a couple of these. I could see why, because Mikey's dad is super cool. So, yeah, if you ever get a chance to meet both Mikey and his father, John, they are super cool. His dad is like, he's probably my age, right? But he's just a big kid, man. His dad's super cool.
Oh, we all are. Me.
Are we all cool?
No, we're all big kids.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, some of us are. And then Dem Guts is here. What's up, dude? Says, what's up, Retro Nomad?
What's up?
Very cool. Thanks for being here. Robert's Infinite Realm says, Alley Viper and Salvo were my first eBay purchases ever. Really cool.
That's cool.
And then Dem Guts is saying hi to the chat because we're all a community. Thank you for doing that. Good man. Matt Noon says pastel yellow with black highlights or black with pastel yellow.
I don't know, man. It's pretty equal. Like, there's just about as much black as there is yellow on that.
I would say, even though it's all just bullshit anyway, I would say it's yellow with black because it looks like you put the yellow like uniform on.
Yeah, there's
all
like
the
a
black
jumpsuit,
crap it's added, right? Body armor, that crazy looking Maximus helmet from
Gladiator.
Gladiator. How did I forget Gladiator? It kind of does, doesn't it?
It does.
A little bit. Anyway, here, let's boop, there you go. There's your dude right there. I had to put the picture of him with the shield in there. I know it's kind of small, but I had to throw it in there because there's the shield. Now, what I will say is this is sadly one of those examples where the card art and the figure don't match because there is no red paint apps or anything on that shield. I honestly don't know if I would say that's a miss, though. The all black Cobra shield kind of works with this figure.
Yep. I never had a problem with the differentiation.
No, it looks really striking and it stands out well on the card art, especially with the red lasers.
Mm-hmm.
Lasers, right? It's that battle core laser beams, thank you. But I think in actuality with the figure, it may have taken away from it. And that's whatever. It is what it is. Photo Viper says my favorites are the blue gray camo Alley Vipers from 2000s. I like the red and black one. The red and black one was a really great remake, but very cool. And then Matt Noon says he's just bitter. That's cool. I'm bitter and I get by. It's cool, man. You know, like I'm that crusty old collector that's outside yelling at clouds. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm outside yelling in my car. Yes. Steve says all these Vipers just reaffirm that more Vipers are neat. Oh.
I liked the last bit. Sorry, Jeff.
Yeah, but as soon as I read to that part, I just thank you for your input, Steven. We appreciate it. Pendragon's cool. And everybody's just talking to each other. That's cool. Yep. I'm glad that people are talking to each other. Vickman says, I like this one, but I put the accessories from the other one, version 1. You put the version 1 accessories with this figure? Is that what you're saying? I can see that. Matt Rubin says, your answer sucks, Nick, because he prefers version 1 Alley Viper. Well, we couldn't put version 1 Alley Viper in this.
Yeah, version 1 can't go in the list.
Cutthroat says the shield is cool. Comic Tropes, what is up, man? Says call me crazy, but I legit like Alley Viper version 2. There you go.
I'm not gonna call you crazy.
You're not crazy at all, man. Thanks for being here. Comic Tropes says rad stuff. If you guys have not seen Comic Tropes, please go check out Comic Tropes. Please, please, please. The bunker, I'm going to find out some more about the bunker too. Red and black would have really made this figure pop. You talking about for the shield? Or just in general? And then Robert's Infinite Realm says, man, reading that shit. Did you see it? Oh, fuck. Look, I'll throw it up. You read it. No, wait, wrong one. The chat moved. Here. Read that.
The Cobra Shield is an improvement from the original. Easier to hold.
Oh, wait, not that. Sorry. The chat keeps moving. Read that.
I'm surprised Classified hasn't visited some of these Alley Viper repaints, to be honest. You know they are. They will. They're going to start throwing them out. But that's not for this show. I can feel your blood pressure rising.
I can feel your anger. Makes you stronger. Anyway, and then look.
Anytime you see it, we can all hear the song going in our head. Right
That's why I just went like this
Yeah.
and I didn't even make any noise. Yeah.
Darn it, I wish I
Photo
would've
Viper
thought.
says the shield is an improvement from the original, easier to hold. I will agree with that.
Yep.
Absolutely. So yeah. And then Matt says, no, I prefer version 1. Yeah. Okay. Comic tropes. I hired someone to sculpt me an Alley Viper version 2 helmet. I don't need a helmet. Like for you, like life size, like 1-to-1 scale, or what are we talking about? Let me know. Let me know. Matt Rubin says they got red and black Alley Viper. Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yep.
Who gives a shit? The bunker says the shield. Yeah. And that's cool. If you think that the red and black shield, if you're talking about that one right there from the card art, would look good with the figure. Totally cool. Nothing wrong with that.
Little bit.
And then Destro's desk says, what, Nick? What does he say?
He says, "Don't say classified," and then he caveats it with an LOL.
Don't say classified. I like these sweaty balls.
See, that's when you were doing it earlier. That's what I was talking about. Like, sounds like an NPR. It's like
The sweaty balls from Saturday Night Live.
They love my sweaty balls.
Do you remember the South Park episode where they were censoring everything and there was a certain word that only Mr. Garrison could say? Do you remember that one? I'm not going to say the word.
It's been a while, but yes,
It's the other term for happy or exuberant, right? Yeah, that's what I think of when. No, classified. You can't say classified, right? Because the one person who can say it just won't stop saying it. Yeah. Both Chads are wearing the same bemused expression. Yeah. Oh, it's Norman from Warborn. Cool, man. Thanks for being here. That's who it is. Dude, I'm in that Warborn Society Facebook group. That is a freaking toy Facebook group that I like being in.
cool.
I will say it's not drama or a bunch of shitty people. I'm not saying I'd buy the repaints, mind you. Oh, so is this where we are? We're just slow sliding into this.
I think so.
I have a wearable Alley Viper version 2 helmet. Hell yeah, dude. I have a Red Shadows helmet because you know what those kind of look like. I have my Cobra Officer hooded Cobra Commander hood, and the Cobra Commander battle helmet is finally on its way.
Really?
Yeah, from Pit Viper Studios that I ordered for the MAM 2 years ago. Yay.
That's gonna be cool.
That's a lot of money to drop down, man, for 2 years.
Yeah,
That was a huge weight. But that's very cool, Comic Tropes. Rob Biggis says the only thing I don't like is the front grip on the machine gun as it was a block. Yeah, it's supposed to be a gangster grip, but it kind of looks like a magazine.
Yep.
Yeah, it is just a big.
Yeah, it was unusable.
And then Comic Trup says, I just thought it looked cool. That's cool. Demgut says version 1 all day. Wasn't a fan of the new helmet. Actually, we can't talk version 1 on a 90s show. Actually. Right?
So, yeah.
If you say the C word, Chad will block you. No. I did go through my Facebook. I will say this. And people that predominantly only post that 112 scale stuff, I didn't like unfriend them. I just unfollowed because I don't, whatever. It's cool if it's your thing, but it's not my thing. So. And then Steven says, and Robert Downey Jr. votes, never go full classified.
Full classified.
I should make a shirt like that. This is never go full classified. That's awesome.
I'm surprised somebody hasn't, to be honest.
I know he's still here. Pendragon, where are you, dude? Design me up a shirt, my brother, since Pendragon does all our merch designs, right? Design me up a shirt that says never go full classified with the Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder, please, pretty please. Please.
Oh man.
I want to see it, dude. He will too. Watch. Oh, you mean British slang for cigarette? Yes, Pericles. That's exactly what I meant. Yes, Mr. Garrison was saying that.
I think we need to go to the next figure.
We only got one left, man, and everybody's having fun. Let's just have fun with it. We got time. We're not busting our time. They're having fun.
Whew.
Do you want to read that?
This would look good. This would look great in 6-inch form. And I'm going to throw it. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
That's the only response I will give this message from Father Son Galaxy. Thank you very much for being here, actually. And yeah. Fuck. Do you want to see this? Do you want to see this figure in 6-inch form, Nick?
I honestly don't care. But if
You
it
just want
comes
to
out,
see people.
if it comes
wanna
out,
see
I'm getting you one.
You want to see people just keep poking me?
Oh,
Dude, at Joe Fest, this guy was like, Chad, bro, what's up? I love your channel. Come here, man. Check out these figures. And I just walked with him, right? Because I'm like, I'm not a disagreeable person.
uh-huh.
And I walked over there with him, and he's like, bro, check out these figures, man. This will make you change your mind on 6-inch. I was like, I walked all the fucking way over here for that.
Oh,
That was
man.
like, all right, man, let me hear your spiel. And then he like told me everything. I was like, no. The sculpt is good. Yes, the sculpt looks good. And it was the freaking Super 7, the 6-inch.
The Real American Hero cartoon.
No, it was the
version.
Silverhawks, dude.
Oh, the Silverhawks?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
see
looking
that.
at him, and I'm like, yeah, man, that Monstar looks cool. Like Monstar should be big. I'm like,
Yeah,
but
why didn't they vac metalize it?
they vac metalized the actual Silverhawks. So they showed them at SDCC vac metalized.
Did they? Because the ones that I
Yeah,
saw
they weren't that
initially-
Primer Hawk shit.
Okay,
They were
yeah.
vac metalized. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because that's the only ones that I'd seen.
I actually think it's a different process than vac metalization that a lot of
Probably,
companies
but-
use now, right? Because vac metalization is not very environmentally friendly, actually. I think.
Yeah, but it looked cool.
Okay, now I got to back up because the chat went kind of nuts. Comic Trope says, "Oh yeah, that's who it was from, Pit Viper." Yeah, Pit Viper Studios used to be owned by Len. Now it's owned by a different guy named Danny Redmond, and he's been doing a really good job. Right, he bought the entire company. He had a lot of back orders that he had to fulfill, and I'm not bashing them at all. It is what it is, right?
Yep.
You get what you pay for, and sometimes you wait for paying for good product. But I'm very excited to finally have that helmet. And then, like, when we hang out with Carson, right, and he has that whole shelf of like every different helmet that Pit Viper's ever done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, man, just keep rubbing it in, bro. Anyway, we try. Thanks, brother. I've learned a lot from. Oh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, Norman will call me every now and again. In fact, Norman from Warborn called me. He put up a thing like, hey, should we put classified in this group? And I was like, absolutely not. Keep it separate. Don't do it. And then he was like, we need to talk. And so we talked on the phone. And I was like, dude, man, those collectors think that it's a protected class. Like, you can't say anything disparaging like, wow, Falcon's head looks like shit. And then next thing you know, everybody and their mom's coming after you. Because it's a protected class. You can't say that.
Yeah, I know. Like, why can't you call out a turd for a turd anymore? Like, I don't.
Dude, there's 90s shows. We have a 90s show. And how many times do I say this figure sucks?
Yeah. Yeah.
But nobody from our 90s group jumps in the chat and is like, oh, actually, Chad, you're wrong. Thank you.
No,
Anyway.
most of everybody jumps in and they're like, yeah, I know that one's.
You're like, yeah, look at that dinosaur. That dinosaur looks
Yep.
like shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a dollar store dinosaur,
Yeah.
but I
How
love
about
it.
the character's a douchebag too? Yeah. gosh.
Steven says you're welcome for the shirt. Yeah, man. If I make one, I'll send you one for free. I'll send you one. And then didn't say it. No, you didn't say it. That's true. And then Largo says Old Yeller, and then says never go full. Yeah. And then Mikey says this conversation's getting spicy. Maybe bring in the hot sauce. No, dude, did you see that?
What?
You didn't see that new show that Jay and I did?
I've been off of things for a few days, so.
Oh well, sorry. Guess you don't keep up on your friends. Dick. Anyway,
Been traveling a lot.
So Jay and I started a new show called These Toys Are Hot.
Okay.
If anybody hanging out in the chat has not seen it, please go over to Jay Bartlett's channel and watch the first episode of These Toys Are Hot. So we review figures. We open them and review them while we eat super hot sauce.
Okay.
Right? So we had the first episode, it live premiered yesterday, and we have this sauce. We have several sauces, but the one we used yesterday is called Da Bomb Beyond Insanity. It's 135,600 Scoville.
Whew.
Immediately, man. Immediately, just we're both crying. I gagged so bad I almost threw up, and I know exactly where he cut it out. And it's good that we're not doing it live because it's bad.
Oof.
It's horrible, but it's hilarious. It's so much fun. And we actually both unbox a figure. It's not just like some random figure I have on my shelf. So it's like we talk about like the packaging and the figure and the accessories and like, would you buy this and blah, blah, like what made you buy it? Would you recommend it? And every time we ask a question, we have to eat.
Oof.
It's terrible, man. It's so good.
Okay, I'll
Anyway.
go watch that.
Yeah, it was good. It's hilarious. And Jay says like all these hilarious things, but because he's like dying and can't breathe, he's like, well, where am I supposed to put the Ark of the Covenant in the couch? And he's just like making all these comments. It's funny. And then Will says we don't talk assified collection. They are 2 inches too tall. I will say though, the Haya Toys figures that I got that are based on the classified designs, but 4-inch scale with Haya Toys construction. I thought the Storm Shadow was very well done. Like the sleeve tattoo, the tampo on that is amazing. It's so clean and shiny. Their fists, like their balled up hands, are like little rocks. They're so hard. Obviously, they're not the soft PVC to hold accessories.
Yeah.
So they literally sound like pebbles when I drop them in the review. Did you see the Flint?
The Tiger Force?
No, the Flint for Haya Toys.
No.
Okay, so they just showed Flint, so they're doing a classified style Flint in 4-inch scale. Dude, that head looks bad.
Really?
It looks like classified Lieutenant Falcon bad.
Oh, doggone it. That
I was like,
sucks.
no. And that was after the Cobra Commander reveal, which was awesome. Their Cobra Commander looks so good.
Yeah. I didn't see the Flint. I saw the
Go find it, dude.
I will.
It's bad. Robert's Infinite Realm says, if this figure it'll be a support troop for my swarm army. I could see that. That would actually make a lot of sense.
It does fit actually more with that.
Pendragon says, I just sold a bunch of Super 7 stuff on eBay. I only collect retro and indie now. Are you going to make me that shirt? Were you here for that? Because you didn't respond to that. We like shiny stuff. Give me Vac Metal, F the planet. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Jeff Butler says, I just got here. Glad you're here, Jeff. Glad to see a new Neon at Night. Well, Nick and I are glad to be here.
Yeah.
As long as you guys keep coming, man, we'll keep doing it. I'll keep doing it if 2 people show up. Jeff Butler, you missed my NPR talk.
It's not Matt Damon's fault.
Yeah, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, Father Son Galaxy says, I seriously have to get more 90s figures. Really like so many I never got. Yeah. I'm right there too. I got out of Joe in 88, and a lot of the 90s stuff, I never saw it. Once I started with the skateboarding and the girls and the music and stuff, I was totally out of toys. And I have relearned my love for, well, I've reaffirmed my love for G.I. Joe, but I've really learned through studying that 90s has some amazing stuff. And then Patrick says, I'm still trying to figure out if CoverGirl is Joan Collins or Dylan Mulvaney. I thought it was Phyllis Diller. Is it Joan Collins?
I don't know.
Phyllis Diller.
Do
you have that?
I'm hoping
you
it's
have that
not.
figure?
I do not. No, I have the custom one that you gave me.
Oh, yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. Well, that one's arm won't fall off. So
it won't. And it doesn't look like Joan Rivers.
No,
I'm sorry.
It's not. I want in on the next hot figure show. Well, go tell Jay, dude. And then Mikey says, why in the hell would you start with the most brutal sauce from Hot Ones? That's not even the hottest sauce we got. Yeah. And I didn't know this. Jay told me this, I think this morning, said that they always, on that show Hot Ones, the Bomb Beyond Insanity is the one that always knocks them out. And I'm like, and I ate 4 of those.
Oof.
It was bad. It was brutal. Like the very first bite, I put it in and you just see like, woof. And I'm like, hey, look who's here. Our buddy.
Oh, hey.
Hazel from Down Under. What's up, brother? Are you watching from work?
We need to find out if he has heard was it Drop Bear Vipers?
Yeah, Drop Bear Viper. I don't know. I think that was a joke. But
I hope so, but
yeah. And then Mo says, I watched These Toys Are Hot. It was pretty funny. Thank you. There are many atrocities which can be plain. Okay. Pendragon, are you going to make me that shirt? Oh, yeah. And then our face is 5 minutes in. That episode was funny as hell. Yes. Thank you guys very much. Everybody's saying hi to Zazel, which is awesome. Okay, so I think we're going to move on. I think we're pretty good. Guys in my group went bananas about me asking about. I almost crashed my own group. Yeah. That hot sauce show was crazy. I felt bad. Thank you. But it was good. JLS Comics is here. What is up, brother? You ever watch JLS Comics channel? Dude, you should.
Me too.
Like even on your drives, because a lot of his episodes are like, who was Cobra Commander, who was the Baroness, who was Destro, who was Zartan. The Zartan one's really good. And they're generally around 30 minutes long. He does really good deep dives into these characters. And you can just put them on while you're driving and just listen to them, one after another. They're really good, dude. JLS Comics channel is freaking awesome.
I just subscribed, so
that goes for everybody in the chat. If you're not subscribed to JLS Comics, go do it. Got to check it out. What's it called? What are we talking about? The hot sauce show? It's called These Toys Are Hot. It's on Jay Bartlett's channel. Oh yeah, and then Demgut says that Flint face looks like it was carved out of wood. It's bad, dude.
I gotta go find it.
And they gave him the Duke scar.
Well, they kind of make. I guess he's got a scar on the classified one. But...
Give me the shirt thing again. I went to the other room. What was it? Oh, yeah. Make me a shirt design that just says across the chest, never go full classified. And then like dead center at the top, I want what?
The Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.'s character
from Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder. I was trying to remember his name. Yeah. Sergeant Osiris, right? Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
And then everybody's talking about, oh, look, Hugger's here. What's up, Hugger? Can we get some Hawaiian shirts on those Alley Vipers and call them Chuckle Force? That's what I'm talking about, man. Look at, right? I'm rocking my Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, that face is, they could have done better on that High Flint, couldn't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll still get him.
Oh, here we go. JLS says, I'm going to send you some Carolina Reaper hot sauce for a future show. What's the Scoville on that, JLS, if you know? I mean, if you don't know, that's fine. I can always, ask Sergeant Major Google, but. And then, yep, look at, I love this dude. I'm watching from the office. I love you, Zazel. I miss you very much, man. We had a blast at Joe Fest, man. Nick, you gotta come next year.
I really
gotta.
I really want to.
But I mean, you've been in here, so
Yeah.
pretty much see.
Yeah, but man, watching some of the different people come on and talk about the different toy finds that they found at the show just almost is gut wrenching.
Amazing stuff.
Like what was it? Tony talking about all the carded Action Force that he found. Like,
oh yeah, dude,
like
that score,
the Australian
him and
Jungle
Bobby?
Fighter. Oh, I know. The prices that they were talking about, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! Like,
I know it. He told me that while we were there. I walked up and we were just chatting. And he's like, "Hey, man," and I was like, "Dude." He was like, "We got a whole score," and I was like, "Get out of my face!"
just
This
stuff like
this
that.
year was overload. There was so much stuff that and Mikey can attest to it. Zazel can. Everybody who was there. I would walk down the same aisle that somebody else walked down, and we both saw completely different stuff. Dude, it was crazy. And then Mikey saying the last dab, and so did Big Bacon. 2 million Scoville. I don't know, man. Like, I get really bad hiccups. I think that might put me into like cardiac arrest. Like that, I'm not even kidding. But we're not just putting like one dab of this stuff. Like if you watch that video, when I hold up my plate, you can see the amount of hot sauce. I had like round Ritz crackers with tuna fish on it, and I had that stuff completely covered in that shit.
Oh,
It was crazy. And then Zazel said, "Hit that like button, yes, please. We would appreciate it." That's very nice. And then also says JLS Comics is one of the best. Yes, absolutely. And then look, Pendragon can make that design for me. Yeah, buddy, please do. Pericles says, whenever some college friends and I went to a Japanese restaurant, two of my friends would play a game called Wasabi War. Ooh, man, I love wasabi. Where they'd see who could eat the most wasabi straight. I'm a big fan of wasabi peas. You ever eat those?
yes.
I love wasabi peas, man. I'll just sit there and eat them and eat them and eat them, and then like my eyes and nose are going crazy. But
Ugh, no,
Very
I like spicy things to a point. When they
Oh,
get
yeah.
so hot that you can't taste the flavor, I bow out.
look at this comment. I literally saw Chad in every picture at Joe Fest. A lot of people were saying that like I was like all over the place, and Wilhelm, he was taking pictures with people, and for some reason I got on this kick for like 2 hours where every time Will was taking a picture with somebody, I photobombed it. I don't know what you're doing. Are you doing your taxes while we're doing a show?
No, I was looking at some of those figures that you were just
Oh,
a stupid
okay.
Flint.
And then Cutthroat's already got tickets for next year's Joe Fest. Very cool. Can someone please send Zazel the Voltron theme song? I don't think he's heard it. Do you know that joke?
No.
Okay,
What are you
so
talking about?
my alarm is the Voltron theme.
Okay, that's cool.
I take meds, right? I take meds for my radiculopathy, which is my nerve damage, for my back and all that stuff. I have to take meds.
Sure.
Well, those meds make me sleep. Now, when you're at Joe Fest with all these freaking knuckleheads and you're up till 3 a.m. and you got to get up at 7 a.m, but you take drugs that say you need at least 8 hours of sleep. Well, my alarms don't wake me up. But then Zazel would just walk over and go, "Hey," and I'd be like, "What's up?" And then I would just like get up, like, not even knowing what's going on.
Yeah, you just get used to it. It becomes like white noise.
Yes, I was like, "What's Voltron?" I couldn't, man. I couldn't get up. I just couldn't do it. Oh, and then here's Rob Vegas. Can you please confirm that Range Viper was called Drop Bear Viper here in Australia? Look at that. Look, Drop Bear Viper confirmed.
Oh wow.
Really?
What's behind that? What's the?
I don't know. What do you guys explain? What does drop bear viper even mean? Like, what is
Yeah.
it in reference to? What is it? An iggly? What is it? Snuggie? I don't know. I don't know. Australians are cool. And then, even Jim Largo says Chad was a photobomb ninja at Joe Fest. I was. And every picture was like, I was just making the dumbest faces, man. Ruining people's photos. I loved it. I don't eat anything that causes my mouth to want to escape from my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Zazel says I was everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I really was, man. I had a blast. Chad, that's where the go pills come in. No, man, because then I'm going to turn into Elvis. Then I got uppers and downers.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be alternating back and forth between those.
And then, see, look, JLS Comics for the win. This dude, man, a drop bear is like a crazy killer koala. I'm going to look that up now, dude.
That's crazy.
This doesn't apply to me, but it was kind of funny. Record your wife nagging, set it as your alarm, plug it into a large external speaker on the other side of the room. My wife doesn't nag at me because my wife's cool. That's what ex-wives are for. I got nothing. I don't know. I got nothing there. I guess that really only applies to other people. Hey, let's get back to what we were originally talking. I love the chat, though. I love everybody and their hilarious comments. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. So this was my third and final because we each picked 3, right? And version 4 Viper, 1994. I love this figure. I love the card art. Just that he's jumping back with both blasters.
Yeah. Blasters.
Those are blasters. Yeah. That's the Mandalorian really uses that imagery, but whatever.
It was here first.
It
was here first.
Yeah. You saw it here first, people. But I love everything about this version of the Viper. I love that kind of canister on his mask, that he's full face like that. And dude, he has monkey wrenches, trident gun.
Yeah.
You cannot go wrong. And look at that knife.
I know. It's a cool look. It's a cool image.
That's a straight up assassin dagger, man. I love this figure. And the sidearm, the one has an optic on top of it. I'm just a big fan.
Mm-hmm.
Bright weapons on the weapon tree, but they kind of fit with that orangish color that they picked for him. The purple works really well. It's not overly purple. I love him. I love the head sculpt. I love everything about this figure. All the detail, like the molding on the pouches, is fantastic. The legs, he's a hit. He's a freaking hit for me, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got anything for this dude?
Honestly, I mean, it's one of my favorite card arts. Really, the pose, the lighting, everything they did with that, like, he looks menacing. He's got great armor. That helmet is just dope. Just the Vipers, most of them all have not every single one, but a lot of them have some sort of face shield covering, mask and everything like that. And that one really hits it. Like I said, that was my vote for that year. I was surprised to see it get edged out.
Right.
It really was. It's a great figure.
And I also like the fact that when they did the visor, like the whole faceplate on the helmet, they didn't just phone it in and just kind of angle it.
No, it's got the angles.
Curve it. Yeah. It's got really stark angles on it, which I really like.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, he fits in well with the Eco Warriors, or the Toxo Vipers as well, because he looks very environmental.
Yep. Now Viper 4 is kind of one of those ones where it'll really fit anywhere within 90 through 94. You can really kind of fit it in. But
read that.
With that helmet, he's the window viper.
I'm the window viper. That's supposed to be me window wiper. I'm the window viper.
I'm the window viper.
Look at that. That's a good one. I want those for my Cobra earthquake vehicle. Man, they look so good in a Mamba.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Oh, Rachel's here. What's up, Rachel? I have my Viper displayed with bolt pistols. There you go. Right?
Yep.
Guns akimbo. It's coming
They're
out
cool.
blasting.
They're really
I got to
cool.
go back through some of these comments while we were talking about them. Oh, here you go. Look. The ma'am don't nag, she give orders, and those orders are followed. Yup. 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Jim Largo says koala minus eucalyptus equals grumpy drop bear. And then JLS says, when I read Master Blaster, I think of Mad Max. So he's talking about the Master Blaster shooter, right? And the explosion there.
Yep.
Hey, Nick, who runs Bartertown?
What's that?
Who runs Bartertown?
I run Bartertown.
Do you? Not Master Blaster?
No.
Master Blaster.
Master Blaster.
Matt Noon says, yes, has become my favorite, burnt orange and purple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, man, I'm a huge fan of this figure. You know, take it or leave it. But that's the beauty of G.I. Joe. And that's one of the reasons why I really like when we talk 90 to 94. You can take them or leave them.
Yep.
You know, you can not like Eco Warriors. You can not like Star Brigade. That's okay. I have some Star Brigade. I don't have it all.
No, but
you know, out of all those sublines, I have some of each, but I don't have everything of each because I pick and choose. You know, if it speaks to you, it speaks to you. And then Jeff Butler says, but would this Viper be better in blue to vibe with the original and 86? I could see him in blue, red, black, and light gray.
yeah,
See that.
I mean, you could basically run it as an original color scheme.
Yeah, you could.
The sculpt is good enough that you can probably do it in about any color and it'd still be cool.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Could you see this sculpt with Iron Grenadier colors?
yeah,
I
I think
gold.
if you did the gold and then you did everything black, everything that was orange turned red. If you sculpted a little half cape onto the side of that, that'd be dope.
What do all Iron Grenadiers need capes?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Give them all capes. All right, that's
Gotta go the Lando Calrissian route with that. Gotta have a cape.
Yeah, gotta have a cape. And then Patrick says, beautiful figure. Robert's Infinite Realm says the green blast on the card art does imply blasters, to be fair. Yes, actually it does. Yeah.
Mhm.
Little laser. They all shot lasers. I mean,
Yeah,
come on. Those of us who grew up on the Sunbow series, it was always lasers. That's why I love the G.I. Joe animated movie, because that's the first time when Hawk is just firing
Yep.
laterally and you see the shell casings coming out of his weapon. I'm like, never saw that before.
Nope.
Totally cool. Photo Viper says perfect original Vipers, but these fit in with my army of Toxo Vipers. Yeah, that's kind of right, kind of what I was saying. It fits well with that. Father Son Galaxy says if he was blue like the artwork, A+. Yeah, I could.
It's lighter for sure.
And I mean, he's closer to the card art than say like Gristle, who looks like almost nothing like his card art. So yeah, I could see that. If you wanted him a little lighter, that's okay. And then Jim Largo says this Viper's battle cry is "Fork you." I like it. I love it. This is a cracker. Him and Stalker were the last figures I got back in the day. Oh, cracker. Yeah, that's like slang. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's not a racial put down. Okay, I'm with you. Sorry. I'm so sorry. We live in the United States where everything's like racist these days. It's terrible. I don't know why. Him and Stalker were the last figures I got back in the day.
Yep.
Oh man,
That's cool.
did I tell you how I saw that Stalker at Joe Fest and he was
With the
he had
black
and not the
instead of the
green.
green.
And I was like,
Yep.
oh my god! The guy's like, no, somebody painted that.
Yeah.
It was hard to find '90s figures. It was hard. There were some, and the ones that were there were not cheap, dude. They were not
Seriously,
cheap.
for as much as people dog on the 90s, when you look on the forums, right? When you look on eBay, you look on whatnot, you look at shows, they must be liked more than what people are saying because there's a lot of collectors that are paying a lot of money to try to get them. So,
What are you doing, dummy?
I thought you didn't let them out there.
Well, it's the summer. I have to have that door open.
Ah,
Yeah. And then Matt Noon says, just switch out Mindbender's rocket launcher for the yellow one. Yeah, it would work. 100%. Oh, yeah. See, Rachel Salinas, the Iron Anvil repaints. Yeah, that Iron Grenadier, Iron Anvils. Yep. What is he wearing across his chest? They're 4 pouches. The magazine pouches? Batman's utility belt?
it was 90s Hasbro. Your guess, man.
Yeah. I mean, at least it's not Rob Liefeld, right? Pouches on pouches. Yeah, it's probably magazine pouches.
Or an ammo bandoiler around the wrist.
Yeah. Dude, that classified rock and roll. Why are you wearing a bracelet of 7.62 linked ammunition? Whatever.
What would it even? Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, hang on. I still got 12 rounds. Let me just
1 second.
I'll get back in the fight. Yeah. That's 2 bursts. You want to read this?
On the Viper. I've come to wipe your windows. $5.75 an hour. I start on West Corner, top floor first.
Wouldn't it be Vest Corner?
Vest Corner.
Nice. Yeah, it was a Thunderdome reference. Yeah. Who runs Bartertown? Master Blaster. Are we not there? I thought we were there.
I thought we
were. Koala Viper, he eats. Star Brigade and Ninja Force are my favorite sub teams. Very cool. Well, you're in the right place for that. Robert's Infinite Realms. Didn't the club do a sculpt? Yes. Yeah, that's the Iron Anvil. Show enough. And then JMK says, I love the sculpt. I always use him as an aquatic assault trooper. Very cool. Somewhere there is a crudely black painted version courtesy of a 9-year-old me. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Very cool. Oh, dude. So Mikey and I are good friends with Matt LaCroix, right? Okay. Matt LaCroix was Strike Force Alpha. And Mikey and Matt, they cross-pollinate each other's work with like Paint Masters and things like that. And Matt will do stuff with Mikey's dad's line and so on and so forth. And I saw the Strike Force Alpha figures on card, right? Blisters. I just got pictures upon pictures and I was like, oh my Lord. I will show you. So good.
Send them.
They're so good. Yeah, and then Viper Scout says Iron Anvil Club exclusive. Yeah, absolutely. What do you think about this? If he was green, he'd be a bit like Master Chief.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it.
Yeah.
I think there's a number of figures that if they were green, they'd be like Master Chief. But
the Dread Trooper that Grindhouse Toys put out, like in association with Eagle Force, Fresh Monkey Fiction, kind of the bucks and builds and all that stuff. One of the heads looks very much like a Halo ODST trooper. Like even if you look at the box, you can kind of see it.
Yep.
Yeah, it almost looks like the Orbital Drop Shock troopers. Whatever, they're all cool.
Yo.
Father Son Galaxy says new to the 90s, trying to figure out fair prices for an average figure. Thoughts?
When you're looking at that and you're trying to say average figure, I think that's probably where you want to go away from, because I don't think you can average it. I mean, here's what I'm constantly telling people too, right? You'll see people on eBay or you'll watch like a Whatnot live auction, and there'll be sellers that are like, man, this is a $60 figure. What's going on? It's only bidding for $30 right now. Come on, bid it up. This is a $60 figure. Yeah. No, it was a $60 figure. This is these are collectibles. They're only worth what somebody is willing to pay for it at that time. Yeah. Period. if there's nobody in the auction or that's watching that particular listing that wants that figure or needs it, it's not going to be worth very much. So you're going to get a good deal on it because it's going to skate underneath everybody's radar. But if there's a lot of people that want that figure, it's going to be worth more. It's just commodity pricing.
I got a mint unsealed card Headhunter Stormtrooper for $40.
Yep.
And they are a very coveted 90s figure.
They are.
Army built.
And if you can skate under the radar with something, either at a store or on an auction, and just nobody happens to see it, you can get a really good deal. But if not, I don't know what to tell you.
Look at this dummy, dude. Look at this. Come here. Come in. This kitten always brings this stupid green ball everywhere. Anyway, sorry. I had to remove that. Yeah, Father Son Galaxy, maybe try more stores if possible than eBay, because then you get in those stupid bidding wars. Or then you'll get in a bid with somebody like me where you'll outbid me, and just to be an ass, I'll keep raising it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, seriously, depending on where you live, just Google vintage toy stores near me and start going through them. There's bound to be something, I mean, in most areas or in a city near. And I'll tell you what, that's where you're probably going to find the best deals, especially if you start frequenting them and you start supporting them, get to know the actual store owner. They'll treat you right. I was with Chad in New Mexico at one of his favorite toy stores, and he knows the owner, and I got treated really, really well because I was with him. So just by proximity. So yeah, start hunting at stores if you can. I mean, some places don't. So
yeah, it's all relative, right? And then Matt Rubin says pricing a figure is a in the eye of the beholder thing. Yeah, if you really want that figure, you'll pay that price. If the price isn't what you want to pay, then try and wait. 100%.
Absolutely. I watched a 1982 straight arm Cobra Commander. Okay, had the weapon, had the file card. It was complete. It was in good condition. I wouldn't say it was in like great gradable condition. And I watched that thing go into a bidding frenzy on a whatnot auction about 3 weeks back, and it went for over $400.
No,
I'm not even kidding.
No.
What's really funny about that, okay, is that about 2 days later, there was an auction that was going on, and somebody had 82 straight arm Cobra Commander. And now, again, this is not a Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander.
Right.
Weapon, file card, in even better condition, and it went for $2. So again, it all comes down to who is watching that item and wants it and needs it badly. If that guy would have waited 2 days, he could have popped on there and saved himself $200.
See him? All he wants to do is attack my stuff.
I was gonna say, dude, I'm so nervous about it.
Now they're pretty good in here. Yeah, and just like Matt Rubin said, like you said, you could really want something. There's been tons of times, like on Facebook groups or on eBay or whatever, where I've missed an item and I've been like, man, I really needed that. Whereas that's bullshit anyway. Like I needed it, I don't need it, right? But I really freaking wanted it, and I won't get it, and then later on I'll get it either at the same price. Sometimes I get items cheaper. So everything, right? It's just like Megaforce, right? It all comes around on the wheel, right?
Exactly.
It's all on the wheel. Yeah, let me back up a little bit. And then Rob Biggest says, sorry, everyone, cracker is like Aussie slang for this is great. Yeah, we got there, dude. We got there. It's totally cool. No apologies necessary. That's just a bunch of sissies in America, man. Don't worry about it. Robert's Infinite Realm says, I feel lucky I got to fill the few gaps in my 90s collection when people dogged them. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, though. Finding this stuff is getting, like, the figures, not so bad. Sergeant Savage, dude, that P-40 Warhawk.
Oh, yeah.
Forget it.
Even the Grizzly Jeep's starting to go up in value.
I got 2 of those. So
yeah.
I got 2 of them.
You know what's interesting, and I have no factual scientific data to support this. But what
I love this. Okay,
yes,
you got a theory. Let's hear it.
What I do have is anecdotal theory and just experience, right? Since James and you guys created the 90s group, and that's what, a year and a half back too?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. And then Neon at Night started, and everybody's been pointing a lot of attention toward 90s figures. Like, hey, don't discount these. These are really cool. There's a lot of hidden gems here. You go onto eBay and you go on to whatnot, you go on to some of these sites, 90s stuff is far more in vogue. The values have gone up, right? Scarcity of them has come up a little bit. People are pointing toward the 90s figures. And I think that I would have to say that the group and Neon at Night has a direct effect on that. People are looking at these, and like, we see it almost every single week, right? Never saw this. Hey.
Thanks, Jim. We're gonna wrap it up here in a minute, and then I'll pop over to Helidope. But thanks for being here, buddy.
But yeah, I mean, people are looking at it. They see it. We see it every week, right? Oh man, I never saw that one. Got to go get that. When we did the October Guard, people were like, when we were talking a lot of pricing and stuff like that, we were seeing like, holy crap, yeah, we didn't know about this one, we didn't know about that one. I got to go get this, and then you'll start going over and you'll start seeing those things get sold, and the values are going up. I guess I maybe that's self-defeating as a collector, but at the same point, I like having more people that are more interested in it.
Yeah, but also it's the 90s kids are in their 40s now, and if they have children themselves, their children are reaching the age where those 40-something 90s kids are getting more and more disposable income. So that's you're seeing it across all the 90s lines, Turtles, Power Rangers. Dude, even the stuff that my daughter grew up with, the Monster High stuff, dude, Monster High's coming back around, and you're talking like aughts, mid-aughts, like probably late aughts, like 2010-ish. So dude, that stuff's blowing up.
Well, you're seeing a lot of, like you said, you're seeing a lot of the 90s lines, starting to become a little bit more sought after, and weird things like Stargate, right? Had a whole figure line with that. You're seeing those start to come back around. I'm starting to see even stuff from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Those are starting to come back around. I saw a store selling a whole bunch of James Bond Jr. Do you remember that cartoon?
Drew G is really big on the Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves stuff.
There's some cool stuff.
Really big on that. Yeah, very cool.
Yep.
And then Packers is asking if I fully recovered from that bomb incident. Yes, by now I fully recovered, but the day after, I was in a bad way. I was in a bad way. I kept like coughing and hacking all day because it just like, I don't know, it like wrecked my esophagus or something, but it was bad. It was so bad. My tuna fish crackers were probably too big with too much hot sauce on them, because like it was like a mouthful every time. Oh yeah, see, Boglins too. And speaking of hella dope toys, right? They're a Boglins retailer. Boglins are big. Anyway, cool. Yeah, 90 stuff is coming back, and that's all thanks to me and Nick. So you're welcome.
Yep.
So
I'll take it. I'll take it and run with it.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap it up, but once again, remember that tomorrow is the end of Cobra Convergence 7, and please go to hcc788.com and you can see all the other presenters who have done awesome work for this month. And
all hail Lord Hoodie.
Yeah, all hail Lord Hoodie. Lord Hoodie was going to try to make it, but he had to leave town. And then this is for you, Nick, from Rachel.
Why, thank you. I wear it for all you.
That's a rad shirt, dude.
It is pretty cool. I like this one.
Yeah, that's a really rad shirt.
T-Public, everybody. T-Public.
Yep. Everybody's saying goodbye. So I guess we are going to kill the slideshow. And Nick, you got anything for the road, my friend?
Keep grabbing more 90s Joes, guys.
Keep staring at my crazy
I was going to say it's another cat walking back there. Scares the...
they're fine. They're cool. They're good. Cool. All right, brother. Well, we'll do it again in a couple weeks, and we'll have to hang out backstage for a second and we'll discuss what we're going to do.
Sounds good.
All right. So for everybody joining us, thank you very much. If you're not heading over to Hella Dope Toys, please go check them out and show them some love because they're really cool guys and they're independent retailers. So, and they have a YouTube channel. So,
Which is cool.
thank you very much. And we love you all and have an awesome day.